Hello and welcome to hobby vlog number 256, and this is going to be the last vlog for a fair while because later on today I'm flying to Northern Ireland and I'm going to be staying there for an entire month. Well, not actually in Northern Ireland, but I'll be away for a month. I'm not taking any hobby with me. There's a chance that I might post something during that time. It would only ever be done on my mobile phone, and it won't be including any votes for Reaper miniatures. So there's a chance I might do some stuff, but I'm not thinking about it at all. I'm only going for Rosie. So really appreciate all the support and encouragement that everyone's given over the past month and 6 weeks, or however long it's been since this horrible situation kicked off. It's meant a lot to me, and hopefully the next time I stand here on a Sunday doing a vlog, fingers crossed Rosie is with me, and I just really hope that's the case. We shall see. Anyway, let's get on with the vlog. That's not what this is about. So last week I asked everyone to vote for 2 miniatures, and it was a super tight vote. All through the week, it looked like I was going to have like a complete draw with 4 votes each across 5 miniatures. But then right at the very end, 1 miniature got the 5th vote, and that was the Egyptian Sorceress. So the Egyptian Sorceress is definitely getting painted. But then I thought, I'm away, and I'm not going to get any painting done possibly over the coming weeks. So I've then pulled out Lilith, throw on the floor, Lilith the Succubus, Chain Succubus and Sir David, and I think Jacob Knockenbard as well was also on 4 votes. So I'll pull him out as well. I couldn't find him just now when I went looking up there in my drawers of miniatures. So I'm going to paint all of them. So I'm going to paint everyone that got that was on 4 or 5 votes from last week. They will not be started. They're not getting taken with me. So there won't be any progress on those until I get back. But they will be being painted when I get back. And that first week, whether I'm with Rosie or not, I'll sit down and paint them and get them all done. And I will also be painting whatever you vote for this week on this video. So this video, the vote for this one is going to run the entire month, clearly, because I'm not going to put another one up. So I will once again say everyone can vote twice for this one. It doesn't really matter because this will be the only vote I think. Actually no, there will be a vote at the end of November if I do get to update then. So everyone can vote twice again as per last week. So pick 2 miniatures from the list on screen now, and that will give you your entries into the draw, which will happen at the end of November. I have not done the draw this time round because I just haven't had time. So I will do a prize draw for who's won the votes, including last week's double, when I get back. So and I'll get in touch with whoever it is and announce that in that vlog as well. So just one of those things, very busy. But if you're not sure what I'm talking about in this rambling intro and you've made it even this far in my video, I appreciate it. If you pick a miniature, if you want to, let's start that again. I've got lots of miniatures. I'm asking you to help me choose which one to paint, and to reward people that vote, which is done by just leaving a comment below with the name of the miniature. I will be sending out doing a prize draw once a month, and the person that wins gets the brand new miniature from Reaper sent to them. That was very badly said, but I'm a little bit discombobulated today. There is a list in the description as well. If you want to see what the miniatures look like, you can go and click on that and check them out. I'm going to stop rambling now. I'm going to get this video edited, and I'm going to get on the rest of my day and head to the airport later. And here's to spending a week seeing Rosie, and then a month later bringing her home. Let's hope. I'm so confused and full of everything that's going on. I completely forgot. I obviously painted up 2 miniatures last week. I painted up the Camel with pack and the female Wraith. So photographs of those will be on screen now, and there will be the painting videos released tomorrow on An Average Painter, as well as for Ufthak, Blackhawk, which I also finished this week. So check those out tomorrow on my other channel, An Average Painter. But yeah, sorry for forgetting that. My head is full of all sorts. Well, this week I'm going to try and paint 2 of my Reaper miniatures because I'm going to have to take a few weeks off. And the 2 that won, the one that came first was the Camel with pack, which is pretty cool. As you can see, that sets on there. And the one that came second was the female Wraith, which is going to need a little bit of cleaning up. The sword is very, very bent. Let's get that unbent. So what I'm going to do now is get that in some hot soapy water, get it washed up, get them cleaned up, primed, stuck to a base, And when that's done, I'll bring them back and show you what they look like. Well, this is almost like an accidental science experiment. My print failed many months ago now, and I just left it. And look at the state of that vat. I didn't do anything with it at all. I looked at it, it had failed, and I went, oh well, never mind, and left it. And it was literally months ago, because what all that's happened since, everything that's happened since, I haven't had any motivation or impetus to even look at this. However, next week my mate Steve's coming, and I promised him that I would get the printers back up and running. So I'm going to have to deal with this. So I thought I'd do a quick video about what a vat looks like after months of being left, and how I'm going to go about cleaning it up. So I've just put the hot water on so that I can do some washing and scrubbing. So I'm not going to be able to deal with it immediately as it happens, but I will deal with this today. I'm going to dig out an old Tupperware that I don't want anymore, which I will be able to empty all this into and seal up carefully and put in the bin, or maybe leave in the sun, and then bin once I've done that. And hopefully I'll do a test print on this very shortly. And that test print is going to be from Rosie. She's been asking for a dwarf to paint, and I'm still thinking positive that she's going to come back and going to be able to stay here. So what I'm going to do is get this cleaned up and get a successful print done, and that's going to be my challenge and my task, and I'm going to make sure that I get that achieved this week, because by this time next week I will be just a few miles away from Rosie, waiting to see her after she finishes the school she's at now, which she won't be at for very much longer, you're hoping. Anyway, there we are. It's a state, isn't it? Look at it. Ugh, I really have no idea how easy this is going to be, but I'll bring you along. Right, so I'm carrying on with doing these gates, and I've actually decided, had the idea, and I've been giving it a go, and it's not going to be very easy to film. I have to turn myself around a bit, sorry. That I'm going to take these off the sprue using the scalpel rather than the side snips, because they're so fine that the side snips are almost too chunky, not doing a skinny enough cut. But with the scalpel, if I can get it to focus, it's doing a much nicer cut, and it's not stressing the plastic as much. So I've worked that out this morning, so that's definitely a win. I mean, it's still very, very fine, and the spoiling risk is pretty high, but you can see there that they come off a lot easier, and there's a lot less stress on the plastic using a very sharp scalpel. So I thought I'd just try and do a quick video, and it seems to have worked okay. So what I'm going to do now is tidy those up, glue them on. I have the blues and the oranges to do, and then this stage is done, and then we'll move on to the next. Super high contrast shot as the sun's blazing in. It's cold today. I put my slippers on, which never happens. But I've decided that I'm going to put these stones on the base. These are also in the little box which Andrew had thrown away, and these are things that Rosie had found and liked enough to give to Angela, so I figured I'd save them. So I'm just going to use my grabby glue, a little bit of old tile there. We're just going to put them on the base. Now I have been umming and ahhing about some, that's a really cool stone as well. I have been umming and ahhing about some other stuff to do on this. For example, giving him a sword at his belt, like that. Oh, you can't really see. One second, let me adjust the shot, because I focused in. That's awesomely high contrast. Yeah. So this is another stone, another feather that she found, and I thought about putting it at his waist as if it's a sword, but I can't really get it to work, and it makes it quite large. So I'm not going to do that for now. But yeah, if I do, I'll bring you along. This might not be the last thing that I do on this build, but yeah, we shall see. I'm glad to put those stones on. Can't wait for Rosie to see this. Really can't. Really hope she likes it, because I'm really proud of it, and I really hope that she does like it. Right, so it was this morning that I started doing this, and then I realised I needed to heat get some hot water, and then I realised that water boiler was broken and had to fix that. So we come to the end of the day and we're going to make a start. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the build plate off. I do use magnetic build plates. There we are. That raft that's on there could just go straight in the bin, which is a shame. It's one of the things that a lot of people criticise 3D printing for, and you can't argue with it because that is just pure waste. And then what we'll do is we're going to take a quick look at this. So I might bring the camera in and we'll have a look and see what this looks like. So I need to find myself a, I'm going to need to do a new FEP anyway, so that is what a fell print looks like. And it was pretty close to succeeding. There was a base for something and it just fell off. You know what? I don't think you'd ever want to print with that. It has been sat there, but it has been sat inside. You know what? I might try a test print. I might clean that up, give that a stir like that. Take the failure out, obviously. Give that a stir, and then see whether I can print something small just using that resin, just as an experiment, and for YouTube lulz. Because that's less horrible than I thought it would be. So I'll drop that into my little container there. Let's just have a feel around, see if there's anything actually stuck. No, it literally just fell off the plate. So I think if I stir that so that it's not separated, I might be able to save that resin. It's cold, I have to warm it up. There we are, how about that? So there's an unexpected bonus in this video. That resin has been sat there for I don't know how many months, lots of months. Lots and lots and lots of months. And yet, if I can heat it up a bit, which I can do because I've got my heater inside my tent, then later on, when I've worked out what I'm going to print, maybe I can get a successful print out of it. To work out what I want to print. Maybe I can try, maybe I'll try the print that I want for Rosie. Let's do that. Oh, I've just found something. Felt something hard then. Maybe I should tip it out into a container. Not sure. Right, I'm going to have a think about that, but for the first things first is going to be to get rid of the solid resin which is inside my yellow pot here and clean up the build plate and wash it so that it's ready and can be used if I'm going to decide if I am going to do it. So I'm going to get that done now. And I'll be back shortly to show you what I do. If I can convince myself there's no floaties in this, I don't want to break the screen, obviously, but I may well just give it a go. I thought I felt something, but it might have been imagination. How about this for quality YouTube visual entertainment? Not feeling anything at the moment. Maybe I'm in luck. Right, back in a bit. Yeah, so are you in the lounge? Because I've got a little bit of hobbying to do with you right now.
I'm in the living room.
Okay, good. Right, so do you want to know what the hobbying is?
Yeah.
Okay, let me turn the camera around. You won't be able to see me, you'll be able to see the hobby bench, okay?
Okay.
So I am making this at the moment. It's a Ferris wheel.
Oh, okay.
And look, and here it is, look.
Oh.
And these are they're called gondolas. They're the little places where you sit in. Okay.
I remember.
Yep. So what I need to do with you, and what I would like to do with you, and it won't take very long, but I really, really wanted you to be involved, is we've got the little lids, the little roofs over here.
Okay.
And we've got the little gondolas here, and I want to pair them up, because you don't put blue with blue, you put like yellow with blue or green with blue. And I thought that you could tell me what colour you want to go with which one, and then we'll put them together. How does that sound?
Okay.
Yeah, so should we start with the blue one? What colour roof? We've got orange, blue, yellow, green or red. What colour do you want to go with that one?
Red.
Red. Okay, so we'll, I'm okay, I think, at the moment. So what you do is you take that. I'm going to see whether I can do it. I might have to put the phone down. Nope, it's got in. There we are. Ta-da! How about that? Right, so we'll put that to one side and we'll pick another blue one. What colour do you want this blue one to have with it?
Yellow.
Yellow. Oh, there we are. Done. That was easier. Oh, got my finger stuck. Right, okay, we'll do another blue one. What colour do you want that one?
Green.
Green. There we are. Sorted. And the final blue one? Orange? Orange. Orange, cool. There we are. Right, so that's that. So now we're going to do the yellow ones. So what colour do you want the first yellow one?
Red.
Red.
I love mine.
There we are. Oh, come on. Won't fit in. They're really fiddly. I've had a lot of fun making this. It's been a shame. You'd have really enjoyed helping me with this, I think. So what colour do you want the next yellow one?
Green.
Green. Very cool. There we are. And another yellow one.
Okay, so blue.
Blue. I thought you might say that. There. And then I'm presuming, are we going to go for...
Orange.
Orange. There we are. So now we're going to do the orange ones. So what colour do you want the first orange one? Blue. Yeah. And the next orange one?
Ready.
Red. Excellent. There we are. And what about the next one? Green. And the last one is going to be... Yellow.
Yellowy.
The yellowy yellow. Right, let's do the greens now. So what colour do you want the first green?
Red.
So that's the last red one, because the next ones to do will be red, so that's good. This is really cool, Rosie. I'm really glad you're doing this. And what about the second green, darling?
Yellow.
Yellow. Up, there we are. And the third green?
Orange.
Orange. There we are. And the last green is going to be...
Blue.
There we are. Very cool. And now let's do the red. So the first red, what colour do you want the first red to be?
Orange.
Orange. And the next red?
Yellow.
Yay. There we are. Good. And this red?
Green.
Green. There we are. And the last red is going to be...
Blue.
Blue. There we are. Well, thank you ever so much for helping me with that. That's really cool. That's what I wanted to do. So I will send you a picture when it is done. But look at how cool they are. Look at how colourful they are, Rosie.
Oh.
And they're going to all go and they're going to dangle on this and it moves. Look.
Ooh.
Isn't that cool? Well, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see me. So I think you'll agree that was really awesome. So I was thinking about it all day, and thankfully things are a little bit more communicative between myself and Angela now, which is making a big difference. And so I was able to ask to have a little bit longer and a little bit earlier, and Rosie was able to help me hobby, and I can't tell you how much that means to me. It was awesome, really awesome. I know you weren't able to see her very much because of how the camera was, but yeah, now I've got all of these paired up, So what I'm going to do is put the little metal things in each side and then hang them on in between each of the in there, and then that will be very much closer to done. Other than that, I've also made some progress, so I've done some of the little buildings that go along with it. So here's a little support there, and the ticket office I've left separate, so I'll be able to just rest that on like so, but I've left it separate because I think I'm going to put a person inside it and maybe do some decorating. So I'm not sure whether I'll get that done this week or not, but at least I've got the possibility. What I've got left to do is very little. I've got I don't see this actually in the instructions anywhere, which is a bit strange, but there is like a building here. You can see you've got two ends, two sides and a roof, and then there's also, I'm not sure, I think actually that's just a sprue bit. Yeah, so there is a building there, and that's pretty much all that's left, and there's a base here as well. Looking at that, I think that I think that is supposed to go on top of that. It is. Well, that wasn't very clear on the instructions, so here's a little hint. So when you're making the, I'm glad I didn't glue it together now, when you're making the ticket office, there's a little blue thing here, and I'm just going to check the instructions, but certainly I did not see. No, so if we have a look at this, it does not include adding that. It was really confusing at the time. So the first picture is this, you put the walls together onto the base, and then here you can see you're starting to put the clear plastic onto this bottom bit, but there's this shape on top of it which I wasn't able to identify when it tells you to add it, and I've just noticed that it sat right here, and if you look at the picture on the actual front of the on the packaging, then you can see that there is a blue section that goes around that. So I'm going to glue that in place now. I'm really glad that I noticed that live on camera. So yeah, so I'm just going to finish these last little bits, get these hung, and then pretty much it's done, which is absolutely incredible, and it will be done in time to enter the TCU challenge and also before I go. So yeah, but the best thing in the world, just the best thing in the world, was doing that with Rosie. Amazing, amazing. Right, so as you can see, going to start a print. So I've got my heater going. There is a video about how I've set this up, which explains exactly what's happening here, but I've got a thermostatically controlled plug and a little desk heater, and it keeps the temperature inside here nice and warm. Stirred that up really well. As you can see, it's a nice grey colour. We're just going to give it a go. So when I'm starting a print, I always sit here because I'm paranoid about breaking the screen and it grinding too much. So I sit here with my finger on the stop button, ready to react should it make a horrible noise, because I have a bad experience with that. And when you have a bad experience with something, it teaches you to be super careful. So we're just going to see whether this is going to work. I've got a couple of awesome dwarf models I'm printing out for Rosie as a test. We'll see whether this works. If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, then I will throw the resin away into a, let's see. See, perfect. So if it doesn't work, I will throw the resin away into a Tupperware and leave it in the sun to go completely solid. This is going to take, it says 5 hours, so I'll come back in about 5 hours time and see how it's doing. Well, it is substantially more than 5 hours later. I'm just going to unplug the heater because that's just wasting energy. I did take a peek, so I do know that the news isn't perfect. If we have a look, you can see that we had some success. It's going to focus, there we are, and a whole load of failure. So what we're going to do, it took 6 hours, and it was a long time ago that it finished. So what we're going to do, we're going to take that off, have a look and see what we've got. Okay, so it delaminated here, that's what's happened. And that's fallen off. So I'm gonna, I mean, it's not done too terribly. I've got, oh no, that failed as well. Looks like the supports weren't good enough. These were pre-supported stuff which I bought from my mini factory, and obviously I did do some supporting on it, but obviously it's not enough. So what I'll do is I'll get that cleaned up, get that taken off of the bed. I'm going to put this so you can't see because I zoomed back out. I'm going to put this resin away. I'm not going to use it again. That's obviously not perfect, and I do have other resin. And then we'll try again, and hopefully it'll work the next time. So there's an experiment of using very, very old resin that sat in the vat for months and months and months and months, and it hasn't worked. I don't want to blame the resin, actually. Maybe I'll put the resin back into my bottle and try again. I'll let you know. I'll stop muttering now. At least one thing succeeded. Oh, I managed to get all of the gondolas hung, though some of them are catching and need a little bit of kind of like pushing together a bit. But I'm not going to worry about that too much for now, because I do think I want to put some passengers in. I want to put some seated people, and I need to buy those because I don't actually own any. So I'll have to get those at some point. But yeah, really, really pleased with it. It was a little fiddly, but the more you did, the easier it got. You can see the ones that are catching there. But yeah, the more I did, the easier it got. And it spins quite nicely. Though, like I say, some of them are catching quite a lot. So I just showed it to Rosie on our call. She loved it, which is awesome. It was really cool having her help me do this. So there's very little left to do. One thing that is left to do is to stick this on here, which I'll do right now probably, because that won't take me very long. And another thing that needs to be done is thinking about the stickers. So it's a German kit, and Riesenrad, I believe, is Ferris wheel in German. So I'm not sure whether I might try and... I'm probably going to use these stickers because they're quite cool, quite like them. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do about having Riesenrad or Riesenrad, or however you pronounce it, over the entrance. That might just be a little bit of fun. It doesn't really matter, so maybe it can say that it was bought second-hand cheap from a German place that put on my railway. So yeah, so there's a couple of bits to do, as I say, just this here and some stickers. These are currently just loose. I'm waiting for the motor as well. But it's probably good enough once I've done these stickers for me to call it done. I got these painted up nice and quickly. Pretty happy with them, to be honest. Particularly happy with how the female Wraith turned out. Really fun to paint that. So I think the female Wraith is pretty much done. Just need to paint the rim, and I'm going to put sand, just normal sand, on the base for the Camel. So I'll get the Camel done, get the rims painted, and bring it back and show you the absolutely final result of that. But yeah, really cool to have managed to get those done. And don't forget to vote again this week on what's on the screen. Whether I take 2 or not this week, I don't know, I haven't decided. But they're not going to get painted for a while, because when you're watching this, I will already be away, and I'm probably going to have to be away for a fair few weeks. So yeah, this is your last chance to vote for a while, so get your vote in down below. I got this done, finished last night, which was good. So I just need to apply basing. Haven't decided yet. I've gone for some pretty crazy bases on my 40k stuff so far, so I might do the same again. Might do just normal sand and then paint a bright colour on it, just to make them stand out a bit, make it look fun. And then I'll paint the rims and we'll move on. So yeah, Ufthak is done and dusted, and will go on the shelf shortly. I'll bring you back when I've finished doing the painting. Painting, basing. Making progress on this, not as fast as I would like, what with everything else that's going on, but I'm making progress. And what I've done is I've gone round, and as you can see, don't know, just maybe, it's not really focusing very well. As you can see, here is one of the droppers, and I've put the droppers all the way around on the entire thing. This is not filming as well as I hoped it would. Struggling to focus on such a narrow, small thing, but they are there all the way around every single one. I ended up with a few spare, which is what I expected, so that's cool. So the next thing I'm going to do, if we get it to focus in here, is come along and solder these to the outside of the wires. Not sure when I get time to do that, but I'd very much like to do it today if I can, and if I do, I will bring you along and show you. Right then, finished these, got the rims painted, got the bases done, and I'm pretty pleased with how they look. So yeah, thank you to everyone that's already voted this week, and if you have not yet voted, please do so. I can't tell you enough. Well, I've told you every time I've done a clip on this, but yeah, it really has inspired me and kept me going for a very, very difficult time. It will be a while before the ones that you're voting on this week will be painted, because I'm going away, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to be away for, and I'm not taking anything with me because, yeah, it's not for that purpose that I'm going, so I'm focusing entirely on Rosie on that trip. So yes, I don't know how long I'll be gone for, so the votes that I take this week will just pile up and they'll be done the week I get back, hopefully with Rosie in tow, which would be awesome, huh? Anyway, there we are. That's the what they called it was the female Wraith and the Camel with pack. Pretty pleased managed to get this dude finished as well. Ufthak. What is it? Oh dear me, this is terrible. Ufthak Blackhawk. Very hard for me to say that, and particularly because I forgot what he was. But yeah, Ufthak. And yeah, I went for a really bright yellow base, which I think is really cool. And I'm really happy with how he looks. So that got done for Orktober. Sent that in, put that onto the Discord, onto Zero's Discord, because that's where the little challenge was being run, and yeah, inspired me to get it finished and get it done in time, so I can go and go away on my trip knowing that that's not waiting for me. And the video for this will be released on Monday on An Average Painter if you want to see how I did it. So yeah, check that out. Oh, I've had a delivery, which is always exciting, mainly because it contains packing materials I can use in the garden. But this is exciting. This is the Electric State from Freilingen. I absolutely love their stuff. Absolutely love their artwork. I'll definitely be getting framed and hung. And yeah, so we'll come back to that. So this is the Electric State role-playing game. So here we have the Game Master screen. And here we have the role-playing game. And here we have the standard edition. So, let's get the box out of the way. Lovely, good, strong box, which will be being saved for future use for something, I'm sure. And grab a knife and get into this and give it the old sniff test. Because normally their sniff tests are supremely strong and very, very nice. So open this as carefully as I can with my old favourite single-use plastic on the outside. Right. Oh, it was static to me. Actually, you know what? That's not too superb, that's a little bit musty. But this is the book. So Simon Stalenhag is absolutely superb. I absolutely love his art, and this is why I back this. Because it's his art. And it seems like there's a story here, so a background story. I don't actually know very much about the Electric State. I see Simon Stalenhag and I back it, that's what happens. So let's get into the actual role-playing game and see. That's disappointed me, that the sniff on that. Normally their stuff is absolutely superb. Right, so get rid of that plastic into that bin. Ah, you see, that's more like it. That's I'm happier now. Yeah, that's more like it. So here we have the actual role-playing game. One of these days I'll actually be able to play one of these a little bit more, hopefully when Rosie's a bit older, and potentially we can make some more, get some more people to play with. And we can play this as well as the one that we love, which is the One Ring, which Rosie really, really loves to play. So there we are, artwork to put up, some dice and some awesome books. But the other thing, which I kind of just flicked past, I did grab Blade Runner role-playing game, the starter set. So we'll get into this carefully. And have a quick look inside this box as well. More single-use plastic, just what I love. So let's see what's inside here. And we can get rid of that. So we've got a games catalogue. I'm slowly but surely getting everything. Alien, haven't got that. The One Ring, obviously got everything for that. Tales from the Loop, got everything for that. Forbidden Lands, haven't got that. I've avoided that. Twilight, didn't get that. Simbarium, didn't get that. God, there's a lot I don't have actually. Vizon, got that. Morkborg, yeah, I should get that really, but I haven't Mutant Year Zero, got that, and Coriolis, can't remember if we've got that. Anyway, so there we are, got that. So we've got a bunch of cards, we've got some dice, we've got some gel, which we'll throw away. We have the rules. Not the best, but not as bad as the art book for the other one. So here are the core concepts and how it works. We have a case file 1, which I'm presuming is a scenario book. Yep, looks like a scenario book to me. And then, let's just do that, be easy to get things out. We then have an envelope with the LA Rep Detect. There's a bunch of handouts, so that's probably for a scenario as well. I'm not going to get that out because I don't want to lose it or make it messy. And then we've got a bunch of character sheets and maps and all sorts of awesome stuff, and then a full map here. Well, that's pretty awesome. So there we are, a nice delivery there of 2 role-playing games in one box. And I really do hope one day I can get some of these games and actually do something with them. I do really like role-playing. I have find a lot of fun. I do it online a lot, but having people in person to role-play with would be awesome indeed, and to explore some of these cool games that I have would be really, really cool. But that's another story. Anyway, onwards and upwards, there it is. And I've finished my Ferris wheel. I finished it enough for now, and sent the pictures onto the TCU Discord, because obviously this was for the Revolution theme. Pretty happy with it. And yeah, I did the stickers. I've not yet stuck that thing that's going like the banner thing over the top of the entrance, because I want to put some LEDs in, I think, and I've not stuck those little buildings in place. But apart from that, everything's ready, and I have an idea of where it's going to go. So I'm going to stop this clip and I'm going to show you where I'm going to put it. So there we are, that's where it's going to live for now, on Rosie's model railway. I think she will absolutely love that. Love it, love it, love it. At some point I'm going to put some seated people in the gondolas, and I'm going to detail and decorate the inside of the sales booth and all that sort of good stuff. But for now I'm really pleased with it, that's good. I'm very happy with how it looks, and yeah, very pleased to have finished it before I go and see Rosie, which is now happening just in a couple of days. Yeah, pretty happy with that, and I think it looks great there. I just was walking around wondering where I was going to store it, and I saw that empty space and I thought, yeah, it will go there, definitely go there. So, brilliant. Okay, so hopefully this is going to be loud enough. I've got a new microphone, which I don't know if it's going to be loud enough. Anyway, this is a cool video, which I did not expect, a cool clip I did not expect to make. So we've had a delivery today, and it's on Saturday, and yeah, the motor for my Ferris wheel has arrived, which I'm not going to fit, but that's really cool, very happy about that. But the most important and most awesome thing is this. Now this came from Blueberry Cheesecake, who has been a regular viewer now for quite a while and is an awesome person, and he sent me through a whole box of goodies. So we have a bunch of these fun Reaper dice, which I will do with Rosie when she comes home. So thank you so much. She will absolutely love these. I can't tell you how much she'll love these. And I was, when I opened this before and realised what it was and was looking through it, I was grinning like a lunatic and chuckling to myself at just how much Rosie will love these. So these are basically a whole bunch of different sided dice. Allion D6, D'Artagnan, the D10, Octrox, the D8, Thavokius and Pip, the D12, Pyram the Pincher, D4, and Savigintor, the D20. So that's really cool, and Rosie will love those, so thank you so much for that. He's also sent me through some basing materials, which is really, really awesome, because I actually purchased these. So these weren't a gift, as it happens, but these are some 40k models. I can't remember what they are. Sorry, my brain is way too full of lots of other stuff that's going on. But these are some 40k, some more orcs. So there'll be some more orcs for me to paint up on the channel and put onto an average painter when I get to them. So thank you so much for that box, Blueberry Cheesecake. You are a legend and a star, as you know. And yeah, those dice, they are just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. They won't go into the Reaper Challenge voting because I'm just going to do them with Rosie when I get back. So yeah, you won't see those in the vote. So yeah, this is just so touching and so amazing. It's amazing to have the friends who have proven themselves to be true through this situation, and he's one of them. Anyway, I'm going to stop muttering and chattering because I'm slightly overwhelmed, and leave it there. But yeah, proper thank you. Well, there you are. It's been a much better hobby week. Turns out that having arrangements to go and see Rosie makes me happy and cheerful and makes me more productive. I did not get the droppers finished. I'm a bit disappointed by that, but yeah, I will probably do that with Rosie when I come back with her because I'm thinking positive. So yeah, that'll be then, and then we can run trains, and that'll be part of the. We'll put that on video as well. Very excited about that, and hopefully we'll get to do that. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you in a month. Don't forget to vote for the Reaper miniatures. It will be on screen again now and in the description, like I say, with links to the website so you know what they look like. You can get 2 votes each. Just pop a comment below, and you could be in with a chance of winning one of those. And yeah, it's kept me going through this whole challenge. I probably wouldn't have done any vlogs, let alone any hobbying, if it wasn't for the Reaper Challenge. So everyone that's voted has contributed massively to my emotional and yeah, spiritual well-being. So thank you. It might sound overblown and overwrought, but it's absolutely true. Can't tell you how much it's meant to me and how much it's kept the normal going, as I say, kept me on the normal path, and allowed me to survive this situation. Anyway, thank you for watching, if you made it this far particularly, and I'm going to wrap up by saying, as I always do, and to make it clear, I know people who are impacted directly by both these wars, so this is not some performative thing. I mean it, and I think about them every time I speak this at the end of my vlogs. But if any of you out there is impacted directly or indirectly, either you or someone you know, by the horrific wars both in Ukraine and Israel, then my thoughts do go out to you. And I really hope that they're over soon. I can't believe I'm still saying it. I really hope that was going to be a short thing, but it turns out it's not. Yeah. And to everyone, please do stay healthy, stay safe, and stay well, and keep your family close.